I'd hit a brick wall. I felt like I was in a good place with my strength, but something was kind of like holding me back from reaching that next level. So I kind of thought, I need the help. I need to find out what's limiting me, what's holding me back, and how can I break through that wall and reach to the other side and, to best with, to reach my kind of personal goal. The primary things that I tried that weren't successful were just looking at, like apps, or kind of like you go on the internet and they kind of got like this 10-step, do these exercises, do the thing, or then you look on the internet and you look at like, you look at the whole training regime of some of these actors, look like, how can I look like Chris Hemsworth from Thor? And you try that, and that stuff never works. Like you follow that, you're like, you don't get anywhere. It's like there's obviously a lot of hidden stuff that they never tell you. So it's like, what he did, he showed me at the beginning. We kind of did this test, work on check my cardio, check my strength, check these 3 different like things, and we found out that my strength was good. It's like, but then my cardio was just like all the way down, and like we needed to focus on that area whilst not taking away from my strength training, but building on my cardio and building on my core so I can complement my strength training. Main fears, I guess, is self-judgment. Like, when you're working with a professional trainer, you kind of find out where your weaknesses are. And, as a perfectionist, I always want to hit those goals, but I also want to hit them as fast as possible. And sometimes, it just doesn't work like that. I guess the other flip side, the other thing that might have happened is I've seen Samson train other people in the gym, and I've seen the pain that they've gone through, and that kind of scared me a little bit. I think after it took at least about 2 or 3 weeks of training, when you see those kind of results, you see that the same exercise you did, you're still sweating, but your recovery time has reduced. And I think that was a massive kind of benefit for me, and kind of said to me, right, those tests we did at the beginning were spot on, and what I've learned and what I've been taught and what we're doing in these last 2 weeks have shown me that we're on the right path to achieving my goals. It would be that motivation and that voice in your ear that pushes you to that next level. When you're on your own, you never go that hard, right? And you need that voice, you need that someone over to push you that hard. But at the same time, you also need a kind of guy that enjoys inflicting pain a little bit. And Samson seems to get off on it, but you get the results, even though he's laughing all the way. I mean, you might not be laughing, but how big do they want their goals? What like their goals, and how bad do you want them? I think training, no matter what, it's hard work. I think to get the results you want, you have to put the effort in. And I think Samson's a great trainer, fantastic trainer, but he's going to work you very, very hard. And if you want to you get the results, if you work with him, you get the results. But you've got to be ready to put that work in 100%. He provided me with the knowledge that I needed to reach my goals better. I was focused purely on strength training, as in just get the biggest weights, heavier weights, doing those reps and trying to build the muscle just by tearing the muscle. But his focus on my core, focus on my cardio, gave me that knowledge to reach my goals. So my goal didn't actually change. Still got the same end goal, but he's just given me the knowledge to reach that goal in a more effective and efficient way. I've got a few friends that, also train hard and work out, and they've kind of been guys that I've kind of looked up to because, they've been fit, they worked out hard, etc. And, when they can turn around and look at me and go, hey, Steve, what are you doing? Like, what kind of training are you doing that you've got the results that you look like that? You've got a lot of muscle up, you're fit. How do you do that? And these are the guys that I've kind of looked up to, and they're asking for me for advice. I'm like, yeah, that's right, that's working. So, I'm pretty happy with that. So my goals at the beginning were, and still were, about strength training, building the muscle, being lean, being fit as well. But I think I was kind of going around it in the wrong way. I wasn't focusing so much on the cardio. It was more just isolate specific muscle groups and build on that. Now it's kind of like trying to build from the inside, as in core, outwards. So now my focus is build on the core, and then you can complement the muscles on top of that, and you get a much better overall package. All the knowledge that Samson's provided me, we had he provided a lot of documents, feedback, kind of, PDFs, kind of like a format, and I've kept those with me to kind of keep my knowledge going. In my day-to-day routine, there's a lot more cardio, I run a lot more, and there are things that I think one of the big things he's taught me is I can execute a lot of these workouts and exercises without heavy weights. I can find things in my house to achieve the same result, and even just my own body weight, and just find different things around the house to do it. So the fact that we've kind of been locked down as well has kind of not restricted me as much as if I didn't have this knowledge prior, it would have been a lot worse. But having this knowledge that I do now, even in lockdown, has allowed me to maintain that kind of cardio fitness.